Hi, I'm Brian McLaughlin and this is Deep Thought Balloon, little videos about comic stories, pop culture, and other stuff. Let's talk about the magic of real friends, or what is a realistic story? When you're doing a biography or autobiography, it can feel like you should keep it as real as possible. But what reality you aim for is the question. Shannon, Hale, and Pham aim not just to show you what happened, but what it felt like to actually live in that moment. Let's start by looking at this sequence. Shannon's mom is sick of settling squabbles between Shannon and her older sister. She tells Shannon that she's not going to get involved anymore. Now we could just see the older sister on the next page as she actually was. But instead we get this picture of Wendy being a bear, let off her chain. This is how it felt to be Shannon at this moment. To me, that's more impactful than trying to show the visual reality of that moment, of what their body language was like. The emotional reality is way more important. So how do they get away with this? Well, first of all, non-humans representing humans in comics doesn't seem that weird. We've had that in the mix for a long time. So they're taking the best advantage of the medium. Some of the best comics about the real world haven't used human characters. But if you want to make it feel more natural, you can look at how these unreal moments are introduced. They show up when Shannon plays pretend with her friends. Notice how the panel border disappears, just like it did with the Wendy bear. This sets up that no border moments exist in Shannon's imagination, and therefore we can get those feeling moments instead of those photographic evidence moments. Another cool thing is in this sequence where Shannon is imagining beating up the bad guys, we see that a stuffed bear is used as a baddie. So when the sister is shown as a bear, it makes sense. Bears are bad. At the end of the book, Shannon and her sister make up because she's going off to college. The bear comes back, but it's an object to be hugged close, not feared. The physical reality of these objects is also telling us Shannon's emotional journey. Wendy's somebody she wants to love but feels she has to fight. In Matt Bird's Secrets of Story, he talks about the power of objects to show and not tell. And you should go watch his video, read his book, and learn more. But for now, see how Shannon and Wynn are using objects like this to show how people are feeling instead of just telling us. Did you check out my video on superhero color theory? Green and purple is a misfit color used to make people see the Hulk as something to be feared. If Bruce Banner stayed pinkish when he changed and put on a primary colored costume, he'd be more like Shazam. Green and purple are for outsiders. Well, throughout the book, Shannon is colored in green and purple. It's not a costume like Charlie Brown's never-changing clothes. And it took me a second read-through of the book to catch it, but the coloring of Shannon's clothes is signaling to the reader that she doesn't fit in with the primary colored kids and heroes. This is a fantastic example of applying color theory to a more realistic comic. It's not just for superheroes. Anyway, I urge you to check out the book and enjoy the masterful way they tell an engaging story about growing up. Good luck and keep thinking deep thought balloons.